Hey guys, this is Cooper with Long Range Tactics. We're going to go over today on the vlog just a few of the basic things you need to start your reloading process. Very thing, first and foremost, is you need a press. There's a lot of different presses out there. Don't get too caught up in which one you need. They all make a pretty good press. Probably the most popular one that people start with is this RCBS Rock Chucker. It's a great press. I use one myself, and I make some very accurate ammunition with it. It is just a single stage press. You don't need to do a turret unless you're loading a ton of ammo, and even with that, for a match I'll load 300 rounds, and this does just fine for me. If you're doing thousands of maybe 223 rounds, something like that, pistols, that kind of thing, you might want to look into getting a turret press. Second thing, you need a scale for your powder. You can use a manual beam scale. They're super accurate. They're just more time consuming. Something like this RCBS Chargemaster will save you some time. I'm a little bit OCD with these. They will spit out pretty accurately, but I also will check about every 5th round on a beam scale when I'm using one of these. You'll also need dies for whatever caliber you're going to load. There's a lot of different brands. Hornady is probably the cheapest brand, but they work very well. I like them a lot. With the die, you'll also need to get a shell holder for the cartridge you're going to load, and it tells you right on the die this is a 6.5 PRC. It calls for a number 5 shell holder in the Hornady brand. So pretty simple. You just need that cartridge or shell holder to put your cartridge in to run through your press. Super simple. Another little simple thing is case lube. This you spray on your cases before you run them through your sizing die. Helps them run through smooth, so they won't get stuck up in your die. This is Hornady One Shot. I do like this. My favorite is probably Imperial Sizing Die Wax. This works real well too, though. Whatever you like, it'll be just fine. Funnel. This will go on top of your case when you're dumping your powder in. This is one from Area 419. These are probably the best. RCBS makes some plastic ones. They're just fine too. Just goes right on top of there. Pour your powder in. Pretty simple. Once you've got your cases all prepped, you need to prime them. This is what I personally use. It's just an RCBS hand primer. I like doing it by hand versus in the press because I can feel if it's a loose primer pocket, if it's really tight, I can know that I'm getting the same depth every time. These work really well. It has a pin in here you switch out for large or small primers. Super easy to use, and they're pretty cheap. Probably one of the most important things you'll need is a good set of calipers. You're going to use calipers for tons of your reloading process, from seating depth on your bullet to neck tension. You need a good set of calipers. I like digital ones. It's quicker for me to read. I don't like the dial, but there's nothing wrong with them. This is just my preference. So get a good set of calipers. Reloading block. That's just to put your shells in, load your powder. Super easy. This is one of my favorite tools. This is a Hornady overall length gauge. This helps you figure out what your seating depth is really quickly. The old process is you color your bullet with a Sharpie, you pinch the case just a little bit, you put it in your chamber and close your bolt slowly and see how far up that bullet is scratched from your casing to check your seating. I've found these are a lot quicker for me to get the seating depth. So you can get a modified case from Hornady for the caliber that you're using. This one happens to be a 260 Remington. All you do is screw it onto this length gauge. You stick your bullet in there, it'll be loose. Run that up inside your chamber. Pretty easy. And then take your set of calipers, and you just measure it. It's super easy. If you have any questions on what we've just went over, send us a message, comment, be sure to subscribe to the page. We're here to help you.